They'll start by running the option to the right. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson running again. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. To throw is Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a third-round pick in 2018. Made a handful of starts across his 5 previous seasons. Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Here's 3rd and 9. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Rudolph. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rudolph. A short one there to Freiermuth. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Rudolph. Here's Freiermuth again. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before the break, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the... Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. 3rd quarter action ready to go. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Rudolph looking to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rudolph. A short one there to Freiermuth. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Adafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Rudolph's throw complete to Freiermuth. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Rudolph. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he's taken down inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A beautiful fake. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run again with Harris. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He'll get to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. On the move to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the give, it's Warren. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to perhaps salt this one away. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Forced out to his left. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have us?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory